Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang.
What's up guys, it's your boy Tucci here, back with another video, and today we're playing some more Injustice 2 Mobile, except we are going to be doing something a little bit different. First of all, as you can see, we have White Canary back in arena mode to be able to get her shards to unlock or be upgraded, because that's how arena mode works whenever you try and get these characters. And what I'm going to be focusing on today though are some characters that were in the first Injustice Mobile game that did not make the cut into Injustice 2 Mobile. Now, this list that I'm going to be reading off of, this is not my own personal list. Let me just get this out of the way now, okay? This is a list I found online. I was just looking through online, just looking at stuff, and I found it. And it is by comicbook.com. If you guys look up top 5 super snubs from Injustice 2 Mobile, you will see that it should be like one of the first one that comes up. Again, it's comicbook.com, and this is their list of top 5 characters. I'm just going to be going over what they wrote. I'm going to be saying what they wrote in their articles for each character, and I'm going to be giving my 2 cents of what I think about it at the end of each character after I read their part. So, just so there's no like any kind of, oh, he's stealing this information, he's saying it's his when he, no, I'm not, okay? I'm just reading it. This is all theirs, all their list. I didn't think of this on my own, so just get that out there. Okay, now, do I agree with this list? I'm going to be saying that, you know, after each character, whether I do, whether I don't, are they really a super snub? Could it have been someone else? Could it have been, you know, any other character that wasn't in the game, like the first one that should be in the second game that still isn't? I'm going to let you guys know all the information. But for now, let's go and jump into a arena battle, and when we come back, I will be saying number 5 on their list. Well, we'll be going down like number 5 to number 1. So it's not particularly in like a number 5 to 1 or 1 to 5 order. It's just top 5 characters. Alright, so number 1 or number 5 here, we have Martian Manhunter, and they wrote, the often uncelebrated glue that holds the Justice League together, the Martian Manhunter Johns, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, is one of the most capable and versatile characters in the DC Universe. Having power almost equal to Superman's, as well as shape-shifting and telepathic abilities, Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman. Martian Manhunter was a DLC character in Injustice Gods Among Us, but he was killed by Wonder Woman and Superman in the comic. Johns is often overlooked by DC itself, but he's easily one of the fans' most beloved characters and deserves to be in Injustice 2. And then they went on to say who Martian Manhunter could replace. I realize Cyborg is in the upcoming Justice League movie, but does anybody really care about him? Stop trying to make Cyborg happen, DC. Okay, so my initial thoughts on this is Martian Manhunter in the first game was pretty cool. Like, he was pretty beastly. And I was afraid Dark Supergirl was going to come in. Oh, great. He was a unique character, especially for in the mobile. They gave him a unique passive ability, as well as a Dark Martian Manhunter or Evil Martian Manhunter. So I would love to see a return for him in Injustice 2 Mobile. I doubt they're going to put him as DLC again. Like they said, he was DLC in the first one. But I really thought he was a cool character. His concept was really cool, and I really didn't know much about him until they put him in the game. And I think that they got this one right in saying that Martian Manhunter could be in this one as well. Now, don't get me wrong, Justice League Cyborg, we need to pump the brakes on that though. Justice League Cyborg has a great ability in this game, so I'm really glad if this is Martian Manhunter's replacement. I'm glad that it was Justice League Cyborg, okay? His passive is great. The whole Justice League team works great together, so I'm really happy if this was their decision that this was it. Next on the list we have Lobo. And they wrote, the main man, the Bastich. Why the heck isn't Lobo in Injustice 2? I mean, the dude's covered in chains and spikes and has a definite taste for a bit of the old ultra-violence. He's right up NetherRealm's alley. Lobo was an Injustice Gods Among Us DLC character, as was Martian Manhunter, and he's still alive, so there's nothing keeping him out. Injustice 2 could stand to be a little less self-serious, and Lobo could help with that. Now, what they wrote for why Lobo, or who Lobo could replace, Darkseid is cool and all, but does he serve much of a purpose with Brainiac also in the game? Lobo might have made a better pre-order bonus. Now, this is, they got this one like right on the coffin. Darkseid is a beast, but if he's not the main boss, I don't really see much of why, you know, he should be in the game. I think Lobo definitely for raids in Injustice 2 Mobile would have been a definite better like mini boss than Dr. Fate or even like Horrific Scarecrow. He definitely could have been perfect fit for that, and I think he would have gelled in a lot better than Darkseid. Again, Darkseid's awesome and all, but I think with this flow of the game, Lobo probably would have been a better fit. Next, we have Lex Luthor, Superman's eternal nemesis in the DC Universe's ultimate manipulator. In the main Injustice universe, Luthor orchestrated the destruction of Metropolis before being defeated by Batman. Meanwhile, the Earth 1 Luthor was actually a well-respected good guy, but was ultimately killed by Superman. The fact that there isn't any version of Luthor in Injustice 2 is rather odd. It just seems wrong to have a major DC Universe conflict without old Lex pulling the strings in some way. I thought there was like a typo and they should have put like good ol'. I think they probably should have put good ol'. Who Lex Luthor could replace? I know The Rock will be playing him eventually, but Black Adam seems a bit out of place in Injustice 2. You can't help but think Luthor would have been a better returning villain, and I 100% agree with this. I think Lex Luthor should have been in the game. I think it was definitely strange, like they said, not having him, especially the whole, kind of thing with Brainiac. Again, he would have made a great mini-boss instead of Horrific Scarecrow and the, who did I say? Instead of Horrific Scarecrow and Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate's cool, but it would have fit a lot better with the story if Lex Luthor was like under the control and everything, helping out Brainiac. And also, it just feels odd not having Lex Luthor in the game itself. So I definitely agree with them on that one as well. He should have been in the game. We need to admit he should have been in the game, no matter what. Next on the list, we have Nightwing, the first Robin and the only one of Batman's sidekicks to really establish their own identity. Dick Grayson dies in Injustice Gods Among Us comic book by falling on a small rock. No, seriously. And eventually takes up the mantle of Deadman. So, Injustice 2 could have brought in Deadman, or just... wow. Hold on. Or just retconned, apologies if I said that wrong, the death and brought in classic Nightwing, which is what everybody wants. Who Nightwing could replace? This is obvious. Robin. And then they put screw Damian Wayne. So this is one of the ones, honestly for me it's like a flip of the coin. I wouldn't really mind either one, but I think for story purposes Robin does fit a little nicely in this one, and I think a lot of people know Robin more than they know Nightwing. Now, I know that they should probably get to know Nightwing and stuff like that, but I think Robin is a better fit for Injustice 2. I would love to see Nightwing come in as like a bonus character or like a bonus story mode kind of scene. It would be cool if Nightwing came in, but I think we're good with Robin in the game instead of Nightwing, honestly. Finally, we have Zatanna. Zatanna is one of the most unique and well-liked DC heroines, and not just because she rocks a mean pair of fishnets, although that helps. Zatanna was an Injustice Gods Among Us DLC character, although she didn't play much of a part in the game's story. Zatanna could bring a fun, mind-bendy magical element to Injustice's already convoluted story. Who Zatanna could replace? Dr. Fate is a neat deep dive, but Zatanna should always be the first magical character you add to any DC Comics game. Okay, so my first thoughts on this. Zatanna's cool, okay? She was cool to have in the first game, but if she's going to replace Dr. Fate, I think I'd rather have Dr. Fate. I think Dr. Fate is he was good in the story mode for this game. He didn't really have too many major parts, but I think he was pretty good, and honestly a pretty cool, unique character as it is. Honestly, if I had to choose one of them, I'd probably choose Dr. Fate over her anyways. And then if you want to think about it in another aspect, she could replace Starfire. But again, Starfire does bring a cool, kind of different vibe and unique kind of sense of style when coming into Injustice 2 Mobile. And I think a lot of people were more hyped about Zatanna coming into Injustice 2 Mobile. Starfire coming into Injustice 2 Mobile than Zatanna, if that was the news. Especially as a DLC character. They were both DLC characters. Zatanna was a DLC character for Injustice 1, and Starfire was a DLC character for Injustice 2. So, my personal opinion, again, I think they got, not that they got this one wrong, but I disagree with them in thinking that she could replace Dr. Fate, as well as if you wanted to go further in trying to replace her with Starfire. I think both Dr. Fate and Starfire are good where they are in this game. So, my friends, that is the top 5 super snubs from the original Injustice 1 game that did not make it into the Injustice 2 game, both mobile and console. Let me know what you guys think of comicbook.com's list of these 5 characters. I gave you my 2 cents about each character. I said if I wanted them, if I didn't want them. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about it now. I know there's a lot more people out there that know a lot more about these characters and their background stories than I do, so I'm not really going too in-depth about them or with them about any kind of regards, including like just anything to do with how they could fit into Injustice's story and Injustice 2 story. So let me know. Just let me know. And also, if there's any other character you want to see in the game from the first Injustice 1 mobile, or just Injustice 1 in general, that should be in the second Injustice, let me know in the comment section down below. And also check out my Twitter, as I will be putting up a poll soon, probably about an hour after this video is made, about which characters were which character was the most snubbed out of probably a list of 4 to 6 maybe people. So definitely go follow me on my Twitter. That will be pretty soon. Like I said, the link is in the description below and will be at the end of this video in about 10 seconds. So this is it. It's been your boy Tooch. I'm out, guys. Be strong, stay strong, and of course, as always, peace.